Hey guys, it's me, Mario Master 21. Um, and I just want to update you guys a little bit. Um, as you can probably hear, I got a brand new headset. I bought the HyperX Cloud 3s. I finally ended up caving and buying a brand new headset. Shut up, cave noises. I finally caved and bought a new headset. Those skull candies were just pissing me off so much. Like my biggest problem with the Skull Candy headphones, like the SLYRs or whatever is what they're called, they were like the connection issue was the biggest problem with them. Like they would just go connected, disconnected, connected, disconnected, connected, like 15 times in a row. And I'm not exaggerating. God, I really wish I was too. Um, like they were just so annoying, like unbelievably. So I finally ended up caving. I asked Camden what he had. Well, I know what he had, but I had to ask him if he had wired ones or wireless ones, and he confirmed that he had wireless ones, which I pretty much knew, but I wanted to make sure that I wasn't, buying wired ones when he had, wireless ones. I got them in full black because, cloud, my Alpha X's are red, so I wanted to get these in black so, I could differentiate the two. And so far, I just got them today. So far, it's been a very pleasant experience. I've had a little audio crunching, but that's honestly to be expected. I don't expect I really don't expect, every single headphones to be absolutely perfect. But yeah, outside of a little audio crunching, nothing too major so far. I do think the mic quality is slightly better, but you guys are gonna have to tell me about that. I do think the sound is better, though, outside of audio crunching, which I can't control too much. It is over a dongle and everything like that. Something that I do like and I do find interesting is that these also do Bluetooth as well as you know, the dongle. So if I really wanted to, I could hook these up to my phone. I wouldn't do that, but I could do it. Um, they charge over USB-C. One very cool thing is that like the headphone side plates on it, you know, they do come off like they're magnetic, so you can customize them. Like HyperX has um headphone plates that you can buy, which is really cool. I don't know if I'm gonna buy one. I don't think I will, unless they have purple ones. Because if they have purple ones, I'll totally buy them. Um, what else? Detachable microphone, its own, mute button. They don't swivel though, which is always a complaint from me. But when they're over ear headphones, I can't really do too much complaining about them. Um, they have a volume dial. I think they're pretty good. I mean, from my experience with HyperX, and my Alpha X's and, how much good, you know, like how much time I've had with those and what a good experience that has been for me. I I knew I was gonna go in buying the HyperXs knowing that I was buying a good brand. And I mean, to be fair though, I thought Skull Candy was a good brand, and it turns out that they sent me a $20 turd. Um, I mean, unfortunately though, these are expensive. I mean, HyperX, you're buying for the name, so you're buying for the quality. Um, I think It cost me like $100 or something like that. It was definitely up there. Definitely not as expensive as my Alpha X's. My Alpha X's were like $160. But I mean, it literally took me 2 seconds to figure out how to hook it up to my PlayStation. And that is not because of my previous time with my Skull Candies. It was legit just that easy to do, you know. Something very interesting and cool, I have to say, is that the dongle for the HyperXs is not only just, USB, which I appreciate. It is USB-C, and they give you a USB adapter to, fully customize. So if I really wanted to, it's honestly pretty good, If I wanted to, plug in my steering wheel to my PlayStation, but also still have audio, I could take out that, C to US, USB-C to USB dongle and just have it plug into the front of my PlayStation. So that is really cool. Like I said, I think the sound is better. I do think the mic quality is slightly better. Once again, you guys are gonna have to tell me about that one. And if you think it's better than the SLYRs. But hopefully these will do better than the SLYRs. I will probably never use those again. These headphones, I do have to say though, they do not tell you the percentage like the Cloud X, like the Alpha X's, which I wish it did, but it does give you some form of indicator to how much battery it has, like there's a light on the headset that flashes, like if it's solid green, then it's 100%. If it's flashing green, then it's like 90 to 70. If it's, breathing yellow, it's like 50 to 30. If it's breathing red, then it's, 30 to 10 and below, so it actually kind of tells you what percentage it's at without explicitly telling you what percentage it's at, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So, yeah, I cannot stress enough on how, like what a bad experience I had with Skull Candy, like the SLYRs. I mean, I've had good experience with Skull Candies before. Like I said in my rant video not a very long time ago, but a while ago, I've had good experience with, Skull Candy products, like their crushers, their Hesh Evos, their Cassites, their their Crusher Evos, which, I just got recently, which have been really good, and I've been dailying those. But I mean, like those SLYRs, even for $20, with how much, trouble I had to go through for them to, function and to do what I wanted them to, it is just not worth the price whatsoever. If you're gonna go out and get, expensive, or if you're gonna go out and buy, gaming headphones, I seriously cannot recommend HyperX more. I mean, I am not sponsored in any way, shape, or form by HyperX. I would love to one day be sponsored by HyperX. Trust me. I mean, I love HyperX. I really do. They have been an amazing brand for me for, several years now. I mean, like, I've had two of their, I mean, I've had that HyperX headset for the longest time. Like the Alpha X's I've had for the longest time. Like literally, I've had those for forever. Not too long after I got my laptop, actually, I bought those. And then, I've bought in 2 microphones, the Solo and Quadcast I bought off of them, and, those have been great. The Quadcast, especially with the customization options on it, is really cool. But yeah, my recommendation for you guys, if you're a big fan of Skullcandy and you want to buy their gaming headsets, just don't bother. Do not. I mean, yes, they are very tempting because if you have Skullcandy experience like I do, and you've had their headsets for a very long time. And or you're captivated by that $20 price tag, don't let past experiences fool you. Those are just plain not good gaming headphones, especially with how many issues I've had with them, and I mean, who knows? I mean, because my thing is, right, my HyperX's, my Alpha X's, right, I've had trouble with those. I'll be honest, right? I mean, like, they had disconnection issues, but it was only for a short time. I haven't had a disconnection issue with those since. My most recent disconnection issue, if you can even really call it that, was because I was processing a video, and well, I have an external hard drive, so that was kind of fucking with the headset a little bit. But yeah, I mean, outside of that, and that was recent, that was legit for my Pokemon video, which just came out. So I mean, like, outside of that, I haven't had too many issues. But I mean, I just stay away from them. I mean, don't stay away from Skullcandy headphones entirely, because like they are a good headphone brand, but I mean, like, with their gaming headsets, just forget about it. I mean, like, seriously, like, just forget they even exist at all. It's just not worth your time and money. Even though they're only like $20, it's still just not worth it. I mean, my mentality has always been, if you're gonna spend the money, like, if you're gonna buy something that is gonna last for a while, which is why I cannot recommend HyperX more. Once again, not sponsored by HyperX in any way, shape, or form. Please, contact me, HyperX. I love you guys. You guys are a very good brand, and you've been in the gaming space for a very long time, and you clearly care about, the gaming community. I mean, like, you do stuff with HP Omen, which is very neat. I'm trying to get a gaming PC off of them, and I'm thinking of replacing my gaming mouse with a HyperX one. But I might keep it. I don't know. I have a Razer that I've had for a while, but the cushion on the side of it, like on the side where all my fingers go, except for my thumb, like that side of it is kind of falling apart. But I have had that mouse since I got that laptop, so. But yeah, buy HyperX. Skip Skullcandy. That is Eric's TED Talk, I guess. But yeah, that's it. Thank everybody so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, don't forget to check out my Twitch and the Lonely Boys podcast. Both linked in the description below. Rank A. Woo! Goodbye!